this afternoon to speak to you about IndiCure, how I found them and my experiences. I've been thinking about plastic surgery for a while. This is clearly a very big step. I've never really been in hospital, so I was a bit nervous, and I'm not somebody who likes pain. So I did a lot of research over about 2 months in terms of what I could expect, what sort of facilities I was looking for, what surgeries were available, the various type of liposuctions and tummy tucks, etc. I contacted a great many companies. There were a number of places in India that I contacted, but I was also looking at places in France, in Germany, in the Czech Republic, etc. IndiCure stood out quite early on in terms of their responses to me. Number one, their price was very competitive, and that was always going to be a fairly big impact on why I might have chose it. But the other reason I chose IndiCure is because their communication with me was absolutely top-notch. I was in contact with somebody for probably about a month before I made my final decision. Her emails to me were always prompt. They were very, very courteous. They were incredibly efficient and frank. She gave me a huge amount of information, which again enabled me to go back and do a bit more research and ask more questions. So that by the time I decided to choose IndiCure, I felt very, very confident about what I was getting myself into. Another reason for choosing IndiCure is that they offered quite a range. They offered a number of places, so they would have been able to place me anywhere in India. The facilities at the hospitals they interact with were also very, very good. And finally, the surgeons that they offered were world-class as well, because again, you are given a lot of details in terms of who will be performing the surgery, and again, you are able to research your surgeon online. So again, this builds up this incredible picture of confidence, and you really come over to India thinking you know exactly what you're getting yourself into, which is pretty big when you're coming overseas, a long way from home, for major surgery. When I arrived, my expectations were met. I was picked up at the hospital, picked up at the airport, delivered straight away to the hospital. I have been to India a number of times, so I wasn't entirely surprised about what things looked like. I suspect that we all have preconceived notions of what hospitals look like in terms of hospital dramas, and most of those we see are clearly set in Western countries. So this isn't a big, airy hospital like you might expect to see on the films. It is a small clinic. However, it is completely and absolutely clean, very, very sterile, and is set up much like any other hospital in the world, with wards, with bed monitors, with heart monitors, etc. So the facilities and the equipment is all absolutely top-notch. I met my surgeon within a couple of hours of arriving, and again I was very, very happy with him. He is world class. He told me exactly what I was going to go through, and it was very, very clear about what would be happening and the whole procedure. The nursing staff were also absolutely lovely, and these are nurses, they are doctors, and they are also the orderlies and the assistants. Everybody was very, very kind, very, very welcoming, and they would always let you know what was going on. IndiCure were also absolutely lovely, so when I arrived in India a couple of hours later, they came to see me. And again, it was absolutely lovely. Being in a foreign country by yourself, facing major surgery, is a bit daunting. But I got given a bunch of flowers, which was an absolutely gorgeous personal touch, and charming. And really, I think, sums up IndiCure's care policy. So the hospital was lovely, the surgeries went off very, very well, the aftercare was excellent, and the surgery itself was very successful. The surgeon I cannot speak highly enough of. He is just outstanding. I had 2 bouts of surgery because I had a number of procedures done, and again the care was also always first class. 2 days after the final surgery I was discharged to the hospital. I've had several follow-up appointments, so again the care continues. IndiCure have also been absolutely brilliant in terms of organising my adventures outside of surgery. So for instance, if you're in Mumbai, you might as well go sightseeing, and they organised a driver and a car. The hotel is absolutely lovely where I'm staying, very, very clean, air conditioned, has all the amenities, a lot of English channels that I can watch, so I haven't been too bored or restless. And basically, to finish this long rambling monologue, I would like to say to anybody watching this that I thoroughly recommend IndiCure. They are a top-notch company. They know exactly what they are talking about. They are prompt and efficient with their communication. They are incredibly polite. And the hospitals and the surgeons that they deal with are absolutely outstanding, and